Hello everyone, my name is Ethan and this is my Module 5 flowchart video. I work at a private Japanese junior/senior high school, grades 7 through 12, and making this flowchart was a little difficult. I had to work pretty closely with my vice principal, and together we came up with this, and it's a little hard to understand, but our school does things a little differently than other schools. If I were making a flowchart for my previous public schools, it would have been pretty straightforward, but this is the best that he and I could come up with. My school definitely has a team organizational structure. We work closely as a team. It's not just the principal giving out orders. We all work together in the decision-making process and in any kind of educational, academic, or even like the school festival type situation. It's all teamwork based. We even include the students sometimes. It's not just straightforward, but it's very team structured. That being said, at the top is the school principal, of course, and also our head priest. He is not in charge of the day-to-day stuff. He is more of our moral leader. He's in charge of course, mass, and also he gives us inspirational quotes in the beginning of the day, so he's more of the moral leader of the school. Our principal is not in charge of the day-to-day things. He's only here maybe once a week. I know it's a lot different than other schools, but yeah, he's only here once a week, and he's in charge of our image and our finances. Our school, we need to recruit students in order to keep going, so he's really in charge of our image. He goes out, talks with other people, and talks with the media and everything, and really bolsters our school. He also handles our finances. He delegates work to our two vice principals, one in charge of discipline, one in charge of academics, and our PR group, which is in charge of recruitment. On to the vice principals. Our one vice principal is in charge of discipline. He also teaches classes, but as a vice principal, he's in charge of discipline mainly, and he works closely with our school counselor and dealing with serious matters. We've had fights break out and everything, and lots of problems sometimes here. So he's in charge of that. Our other vice principal is in charge of academics. He's really in charge of the day-to-day things. He makes our schedules. He deals with classes. He deals with parents, all sorts of stuff. And he works closely with our grade leaders and our subject leaders. Now, the grade leaders and subject leaders are a little different. Grade leaders are in charge of pretty much the grades. Like there's a 7th grade teacher group, and he's in charge of that group. And then there's an 8th grade teacher group, and then that grade leader will be in charge of that group. And they're mainly in charge of just the students' well-being, school trips, and just general like homeroom type things. Then there are the subject leaders that are in charge of the classes. Like for example, I'm not the leader of our group, but there's an English leader of the English department, and he kind of sets the goals for the year. No, while we all work together and everything, but I guess he would be in charge of that. And the grade leaders and the subject leaders work closely with the teachers and the coaches, and the vice principal works also directly with just the teachers and the coaches in organizing like club activities and classes. Over here, the PR group and the principal work closely with our office, and the office is in charge of mainly finances, school like activities, teacher related things, and all sorts of stuff. So the principal and the PR group work closely with them. As you can see, the students have no lines connected to them because everybody works for the students. There are no instances where the students aren't considered and the students aren't the main goal of our teamwork and our decision making. So the students are our goal. Recruiting students is mainly second, but creating an environment where students can thrive and everything, that's our goal. And as a school, we work together to accomplish that goal. Okay, thank you everybody. I hope I was able to explain it. as briefly and as thoroughly as possible. If any of you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below in Currents. And thank you very much for listening. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Thank you.